Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Donnie.
And I'm Nick, and today we're rambling about Crownland camping outside of Algonquin Park, I guess.
That's a big mouthful there, Nicholas.
Yeah. How do we sum it down?
Camping.
Just camping?
Camping. Yeah.
Camping.
There we go. Yeah.
First trip of the year. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like we said, we're hopefully going to be doing a seasonal special each season. This is really the first season we've had since we're doing the podcast, so I guess we'll call this a special.
Yeah.
It's pretty special for us.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah. Spring special.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good day, or a good couple days anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. What was your highlight?
Those barred owls last night. What do you call them?
Baird. No, barred owls.
Yeah.
Is that not how you just said it?
Well, people don't seem to understand when I say barred owl. I don't know what that sounds like to most people, but
No, it's barred. I don't know. Why do I think it's a different species?
well, I think both those words don't sound like what you say.
Huh. All right, yeah. No,
Anyway, but yeah, so that was pretty cool. We were able to hear those two pair courting each other, and then we finally had walked a little bit and got some light on a couple of them. So
50 meters from our campsite.
that's even better.
Pretty good spot.
Yeah.
As you can see by the view in the background there, not a bad spot here tonight neither.
Yeah, this is great. We've already had an otter swim by, so like it would have been nice. It would have been a highlight if it had a swam a bit closer. It was quite out in the middle of this little lake here, but this is just a real spectacular spot. And again, this is Crownland.
Yeah,
so
available to anyone.
If you can find it, you can stay here too.
Yeah, not telling you though.
Yeah, exactly. Don't give these kind of locations out because it becomes a zoo, but there are plenty of resources for trying to find Crownland areas, and you can pretty much, as long as nobody else is on it, it's yours for the taking.
Yep.
So as you can see in the background, Nick's brought his van, his pride and joy there.
Oh yeah, gets us there and back, and comfortable and one piece.
Yeah, well, for the most part.
It's a little risky, like getting up the trail there, but we made it.
Yeah,
we did make it.
Yeah, well, we've made it here before as well.
Yeah.
So this time of year is when things start really heating back up, as far as new things showing up. Breeding season for most of the animals that we try to shoot, and obviously different scenery. We start going to for landscapes and things. I guess it's just this water's like glass right now, and
it's actually crazy.
The shots you can get off that there are just beautiful. We're hoping it's nearly sunset here. We may abandon the podcast at some point to rush off, depending how well that sky lights up. Hard to say right now.
Pretty cloudy.
It is pretty cloudy.
But like 5 minutes ago, it had nice light rays coming through. It's can't predict it this time of year.
Yeah. So what about you? What was your highlight there for animal wise there?
Had a bit, probably the barred owls. It's hard to beat that. Yeah. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
No, that's really good. But again, we'll go through. We got to see like 5 moose yesterday morning, morning to whatever midday. What else?
Black-backed woodpecker.
Yeah, got black-backed woodpecker.
Three
of them. A couple of pileated woodpeckers. Yeah. Well, 2 or 3 of those as well. Lots of evidence of wolves.
Yeah.
And plenty of evidence of moose through the trails that we walked on.
There's actually that picture. We'll have to add it to the slide.
Oh,
there.
The footprint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we can find it. Get
ginormous.
Get that, yeah, we've seen a moose footprint that was like the size of Nick's head.
Yeah.
I'd say the size of mine. Mine's not as big as Nick's.
Yeah.
For more dramatic effect. The grey jay, or Canada
whiskey,
jay,
whiskey
Jack.
Yeah.
Obviously,
depends where you live.
So if you're watching this, it's been called all those things. It's kind of reverted back to Canada jay, and then it was made sort of officially, unofficially, Canada's bird.
Yeah.
Never had one before. A lot of people just thought the loon was because it was on the dollar coin, but nope. It's a couple of years ago it was officially given to the Canada jay because it's the only bird that's on in every province or something. Is that right? Is that
yeah,
the reason
I believe
for it
so.
or something?
I believe so.
So that was nice to see. What else did we get?
Some good hiking.
Oh, with plenty of hiking. Got our steps in yesterday.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Mizzy Lake Trail is a must if anyone.
Yeah. So it says what it's meant to be.
10.4.
And
But the GPS it was like
well,
13.
The time we probably
something.
walked in circles, whatever. So it was like 13,
Yeah.
13 point something. So again, really nice hike. Still a bit risky and pointing, but muddy, dirty.
Yeah.
You know, so it's it is what it is. You go out and you enjoy it.
Dress for it and away you go.
Yeah, there was plenty of wildlife to see along the way. You know, we've had the normal stuff, the chickadees, the red-breasted nuthatches, red squirrels. We haven't seen any pine martens so far.
Yeah, no.
A little bit strange, but
seems like we've seen everything else pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday was a good example too on like why weather really doesn't play too big of a role on like how your day's gonna go.
Right.
For us anyway. Like I woke up, it was raining pretty good. It rained all day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of dreary, kind of depressing day really. But we toughed through it and seen like 5 moose by noon.
Yeah.
Blackback woodpeckers, like it was probably one of the better days I've ever had.
Yeah, that's pretty active. And at certain points too, like there wasn't really any sounds, any noises coming from the woods and things as we're walking around. But a lot of times you stood still for a little bit. Actually, I really loved that raven.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that's really
like
cool.
The ravens.
What about the grouse? The noise that like.
Oh yeah, worked out the heartbeat off the forest or
heartbeat of the mountain.
There's no really mountains around
hills
here,
around here, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're ever out and you hear what sounds like a bouncy ball, it sort of starts with a high bounce then.
Yep.
And it's kind of echoey, bassy,
like
but
really
echoey,
bassy.
and it doesn't. That'll be a ruffed grouse.
Yep. I've been trying to figure it out for a while because we don't have them back where we're at, and coming out here, I hear it every now and then. Like, what is? I was automatically Bigfoot, but turns out no.
A lot smaller, but that's still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So I had the grouse. Like I said, I had the raven. Like anybody who knows about blackbirds, the raven's pretty much king of the birds. Like it's probably one of the smartest bird out there.
Yeah. You just watch him and you can tell he's like.
Oh, he's
not just eating food. He's looking around, thinking about you. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, and those birds don't forget things either. So they're phenomenal looking. Like, just even though it's an all black bird, just look powerful. They look like they're smart almost. If you study them for a little bit. So whenever that one just swooped in, like right over.
What about
head.
the spruce grouse?
The spruce grouse today.
That was cool.
The spruce grouse was really nice.
Yeah.
Just again flew down. We're walking along a trail, flies down, and just starts strutting. Really was strutting at stuff.
Yeah.
It was showing off.
And by flying down, we mean like flying down 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
It was like we had to back up with the cameras.
It was far too close. Couldn't focus. So that was good as well. Yeah. Haven't really seen any beaver either.
No,
which is unusual.
We did Beaver Pond right in the name, and pretty disappointed.
Yeah, so we want our money back.
Yeah, want our money back.
But yeah, things are really, you can tell, heating up. Some of the birds that we've had down at home are now passing through here. The loons are starting to hear loons calling. A lot of the winter wrens, tons of those.
Lots of wood ducks.
Wood ducks, yeah, a lot of black ducks.
Yeah.
Wow, well, we've seen quite a bit. Some of those things didn't take photos of. We're not overly excited about getting photos of those, but definitely got a good selection of photos to work through, and then we'll share some of the stuff.
I definitely thought you've been bad luck every time I've brought you in the past. So
no, you know what?
It's a good change.
You know what I've worked it out since you got rid of that moose in the dash.
It's gotta be it.
Yeah, I was bringing this bad luck. You said it's lucky moose.
Yeah,
took it off, and all of a sudden we're seeing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, the luck wore out real quick on him last year, I guess.
Yeah. So he wore it out. So this is time to start thinking about getting out, seeing a bit more, regardless of where you're at, right? It's all new life. Everything is sprouting back, and we're excited to get out and the next month or so, just seeing a lot of different birds, really, primarily.
Anything you want to see next time we come up besides lynx, wolf, and
lynx? I want a
bear.
Lynx for sure.
Bear, we'll see a bear for sure.
Yeah, we'll go to the dump. See a bear.
Cheat real hard.
But we did see evidence of a fresh, brand new poop of a bear, so there could be a bear pretty close by here. If
you see us running.
It's not even like, it's good to come up here, right? It's unless you get totally skunked.
Yeah.
The weather's terrible, you don't get any landscape
Which we've
photos.
had.
Yeah,
but it's still a good time.
No, exactly. It's still good to go away, get to do some like you're going to get some sort of photo of some description, so it's not all lost, but next time, just whatever comes, right?
Hopefully we don't see any mice because
This spot, I'm not sure if anybody's followed before, not on the podcast, but some of our social media. We were absolutely overrun by furry little critters.
Yeah, and haven't seen any evidence or heard any yet. And I hope we don't see any more.
Well, it could be. I don't know. We'll find out tonight once it gets dark.
You thought we would have learnt too. Last time we were sitting here with the doors open, kind of same situation.
Still open, hey? Still a lot of junk food in there.
Just snacks everywhere.
Wafting out, just there you go. Yeah, so we'll find out what comes in. So location-wise, Algonquin Park, really, Highway 60. We talked about that on a previous podcast with Corey about camping. Much of it is along Highway 60 and probably 5 kilometers off either side, whatever the parks and trails are. But the whole area, you don't have to. You can go out even a bit south of Algonquin and then actually head out towards other areas. And there's
endless logging roads too. To check out.
Yeah, exactly. And there's little ponds and lakes.
Yep.
And it's so cool to see that so many of these little ponds or lakes, whatever you call them, are made by beavers.
Yeah.
Now, if you took those dams away, they'd be empty and it'd be back to a little trickle of a river.
Yep.
So it's interesting to see how they sort of manage the forests. Not even sure. This one's a flowing one. So
this one's a lake.
So this is definitely one of the bigger ones. But there is so many of them. You see the layers of the beaver dam.
Or you see when a dam has let loose downstream, and then the lake that was there last year, it's just a river, and it's it is weird. It is weird to see, and it's super noticeable.
For sure.
What was your favorite? Oh, we didn't really make anything cool this trip.
Food.
Yeah.
We really should do a camp food podcast.
We
as
should.
Well,
but I don't know if I could just talk about it for a half hour.
I'll be starving. You mentioned it. I'm starting to feel like I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I've not had anything to eat for a while. We've had just junk today so far. So.
Yeah. Oh, what did we? Oh, yeah, we did. We went to the bakery. Always a bad move.
Yeah. What was the? Did we have one of those wraps? Was that this morning? No, that was yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
I haven't eaten since yesterday. Just a lot of junk. That's terrible.
Does your wife listen to this podcast or
not really?
Okay, perfect.
We're okay. She says she does, but we'll find out, eh?
Donnie's has been eating vegetables, and
that's it. Edit that, right? Just cut, and then we'll go to vegetables. I love vegetables. Probably my favorite thing after.
Sweets.
After potatoes. It goes potatoes, vegetables, sweets that you're talking about. It's way down the list. But if it's all I've got, that's it.
Yeah. We're not gonna starve.
No. Yeah, but the food stuff. Typically we eat quite well.
Yeah.
We enjoy setting up the campsite and cooking over the fire if we can. Again, we did post some of the stuff last year just on our social media. So,
I want to say the breakfast name, but I already know I'm going to butcher it.
Ulster fry.
Yeah, Ulster fry.
Yeah. So anybody who's listening from back home, Northern Ireland, we have done an Ulster fry over the open fire with the skillet and cooked the bread. I made soda bread from scratch.
Yeah.
Potato bread I bought. I think it was bought stuff that I had in the freezer. The black pudding, sausage, bacon. Eggs.
Sweating thinking
beans,
about it. That's too much.
Nick couldn't finish it.
No.
He needs to come home with me for a few weeks to get his stomach into shape for eating those lead breakfasts. But something like that there, you eat that and you don't even think about eating the rest of the day. So that's what I like about it. Right? It puts you off food for the rest of the day.
True.
Gives you a heart attack.
The pizza, that was a good. I think that was the.
Well, I think that's going to be our signature dish.
Yeah.
I think we might have to contact somebody to see if they'll make a pizza for us.
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
We'll maybe contacting a local pizza joint to see.
I don't know. Do we tell the recipe on here?
No.
Sorry.
That's our secret recipe.
Yeah, top secret.
Yeah, until we get royalties or something like that.
By far the best pizza on the planet, possibly.
Yeah. So people might argue, like my brother-in-law, he's probably listening to this. He'll argue it's not pizza because he believes he calls it it's just a flatbread with stuff on it, right? So and his thing
it's
is
not flatbread.
No, the pizza dough. As far as you can, that's a flatbread, and then you've just got other stuff.
We're gonna have to have them on.
Yeah, no, we're not putting them on. Pizza to me or to him, sorry, pizza. It has to be the regular tomato sauce, cheese. And then the Algonquin Special, because he'll come to visit us or whatever, and he'll get pizza because he's not from where we're from, but he thinks Windsor pizza is the best thing ever. And I still don't understand that, but it's not a losing
Where have
argument.
you had better pizza besides the campsite?
Back home.
Oh yeah, really?
Well, that's where.
I mean, you're closer to Italy than we are, I guess.
That's true. Well, and the guy who owns the pizza place that I go to is a little old Italian.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think he is. You know what? He might be Middle Eastern. I'm not actually sure. But the pizza joint, my favorite back home, Piccolo's in Bangor. That's where I got inspired for the pizza that we make over here. But yeah, his thing. So the Bastille Special has to have. I think it's the shredded pepperoni, like the Windsor.
Yeah.
The cheese, it's whatever. I'm not sure if it's the brand or whatever. Is Windsor cheese or something. So they have the pepperoni.
I do prefer shredded pepperoni over the.
I guess it depends. I know if it's a good pep. No, I'm not gonna. I don't mind either way. So but I just get tired of having the same pizza.
All right, we
all the
gotta
time.
stop talking about this.
So it's green peppers, green pepper, shredded pepperoni, and mushroom or something. I can't remember.
So it's like a supreme or whatever they call it here, right?
Yeah, or Canadian or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't really know, but he'll say, "Oh, what do you want in your pizza?" And I mean, well, there's no point in me asking because I know what I'm getting on it. Like it's a pointless conversation. So anyway, yeah. So that's the pizza. So to him, what I like on pizza isn't pizza, but whatever. But yeah, so we make pizza on the fire.
Yeah. What else have we made? Traditional stuff like hamburgers and hot dogs and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I had those sausages last night. Those
the duck
sausages with honey garlic.
Those were
That was
delicious.
delicious, eh?
Yeah, I was pretty surprised. I've never had them.
They were meaty sausages.
Yeah,
they
were good. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Kirk on that there.
Yeah.
Kirk, if you're watching, if you ever watch this, that was a good choice for throwing those at me.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Just give them more. We'll eat them.
yeah, so that was great. Yeah, so food, that's the key components for us. Getting away, doing a bit of driving, really.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nick does the driving. I can just, whatever, look out and fall asleep the odd time if I don't have enough energy drinks. Well, see, my argument is I need the energy drinks. I sleep on the floor.
Yeah,
right.
true.
So I don't get a good night's sleep where Nick wakes up refreshed.
Yeah, every morning I'm
too
like,
warm.
oh, I don't even want to wake up. And you're always up like an hour before me because you just can't sleep.
Yeah. So anyway, but it's all good. Yeah, have a little drive around. So we will drive Highway 60. We're coming to Algonquin. Again, depends what we're doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we bring the kayaks with us, go in the water, but usually we want to wait the summer for that. There, it's a bit warmer. Drive around, look for some wildlife, do a couple of hikes, see how that goes. And same thing, even with the hikes, if I think it's going to be like a landscape place, we'll take the equipment that we're going to need for that, get some photos. And then typically just drive around looking for somewhere else to stop.
We've seen the sandhill cranes and the turkeys doing their thing today too.
Oh yeah, the turkeys were really strutting their stuff. The Tom had like 5 or 6 ladies following him, and he was taking
massaging backs. I see at one point.
like a back massage, I think.
Yeah,
that's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. The sandhill cranes are always a treat, right? Because you heard the one while we were watching that, and I haven't seen it. It was about 300 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And you drive around a corner and say, oh, there's perfect habitat for one. There's
One,
a young
just
one, probably a year-old one. That was probably last year's bird. A single sandhill. Again, sandhill cranes, if you've never seen them, beautiful, beautiful bird. Adult size, probably about 6 feet tall.
Yeah, when it's one of those animals that shouldn't be around anymore.
Right, yeah.
Because they look so out of place. It's just like, they're weird. And that the pileated woodpecker, I think, is another one that looks really weird, but they're awesome.
Must be the red and the funky eyes really do it. Yeah, so that was another good spots today. And the kingfishers, now, it's just everything's starting to come back, right?
Yeah.
Now you're starting to see a lot of activity, a lot of action.
Yeah. And what are we, like 300, 400 kilometers north of, the Wren?
Wren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the mics will pick that up, but
That's quite the long song there.
yeah.
Yeah, was it 300 kilometers more? Just
Takes
a
us
bit more?
about 6 hours, but probably 300 kilometers
Right.
straight line,
Yeah,
roughly.
so from Essex County, you're 5-6 hours away. And that's the thing that we were talking about on the camping show. You want to be able to make use of these kind of places. Go enjoy on a regular basis what's in Essex County in your backyard, whatever. But try and make little trips. I guess here, this is an absolute gem of an area. Like this is an area of outstanding beauty.
We'll add some footage so you can kind of see what we're looking at here, because like words really don't describe it.
Exactly,
It's like,
and the photos are as best as we can do. But
it's something you have to
the
experience.
it really is. Like, just even sitting here, it's nice. Not hardly a breeze of wind.
Yeah.
Like I said, that lake's beautiful looking. We'll take pictures of it, and that'll look nice. But honestly, until you're here looking at it, that's where your real
and it's
enjoyment's
like
going
the
to come.
smells and like.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm a sucker for like pine trees and cedar and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it just smells like that out here all day, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, so like I said, we'll add some of the footage on either through the podcast, the end of the podcast, depending on which way that works best. so it doesn't really interrupt with the sound if anybody's on just listens on Spotify. But if you are on Spotify, just listen to this, I would say check it out on the YouTube channel because, like I said, we're going to put some pictures and things. It's definitely worth checking that out. And then up here, there's other people we've connected with as well over time. You've been in touch with a few other guys, and we'll touch base with them other times. There's people who live a lot closer here, and this is really their backyard, and you'll see some of their pictures and things like that there. If you're online,
Pretty jealous.
Yeah, we do what we can in the short time. It's always hard. If you're here for a prolonged length of time, you'll have to increase your chances that you're going to see stuff more often. We're lucky in the sense that we're in the Essex County area for migration time. Most people will be kind of jealous that we're getting to see so many birds, right? The warblers and whatever else that comes through, where they might end up in these areas, but this Algonquin region is just massive, right? So you hear something? What do you hear now?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know.
Nick complains about my hearing, saying I don't hear anything, but when I do, but he seems to hear things.
But I just can't. I have no idea what I'm hearing. Maybe it's just in my head. I don't even
you
know.
Just hear voices. You just listen to the voices. Quite possibly. I wouldn't argue. So there's people we know that they kind of inspire us to make a run every so often because you see the photos and see what's out there. But bottom line, the area is so big. When people say they've seen something in Algonquin, unless they're saying they've seen it on Highway 60, chances of you going back to the exact location within a week and seeing it, you're not really. It's hit and miss. So if you're up here, recommend taking at least a long weekend. Really gives you a chance to do some stuff and see things without sort of feeling exasperated. Because if you're not or if you're heading the 5-6 hours and you're only coming for a day or two,
that's a rough.
Yeah, it's rough. The chance, you may get lucky. You may not even lucky. You might just see things just because it's more active. But
it really is lucky though, because think about this morning, we drove the same route the same time as we did the night before, or the day before. And we didn't see any moose today.
Right, and we didn't see any, right? So there you go, there's a day, and it's not really necessarily knowing better places to go and see moose.
It is luck.
It's luck. Listen, the area is huge.
Yeah.
It's not that there's a moose for every person, right? So it's not like going to New Zealand and seeing sheep or whatever. There's so many sheep everywhere. Farm fields full of them. And again, like one of the ones we seen yesterday, was just seeing this since the back end of it. Yeah. By the time we got up, it had already moved off, and this was within 2 seconds. And
the woods are so dense.
Pretty much, its back end just was disappearing and you couldn't see anything.
I've always thought, when we drive that road, it's how many are just right off the road that you, 10 feet in, you're not seeing.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that's happening, right?
Yeah.
We drive the road pretty slowly, carefully, pull over for trucks and things to let them pass. Again, if you're coming up, Highway 60 is a highway. It's not Algonquin Park per se.
Yeah.
So if you're driving and you're wanting to check things out, just be courteous.
Highway rules.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Courtesy is if there's parking lot or pull off somewhere, try and get out of the way, or even if it's just the lay-by, sort of the side of the road, don't pull too far off because you'll disappear into the mud, or depends what time of the year. But just you want to be letting the trucks and things. It is a busy logging area this year, so it's primarily a lot of logging trucks. But there is just people going to and from work and things like that. So having the courtesy there. But anyway, we drive up there pretty slowly, and not say slow, but it's just not. We're not going 100 kilometers an hour, and they could literally be 10 feet off. So unless they're out right on drinking water out of a ditch or chewing some fresh shrubs or thing, you're not seeing them. Even going slow,
you'd have to go crawling.
Yeah, you pretty much have to walk the whole thing to not miss a thing. And even at that, they could have been 10 feet further in. So you drive and it's walking out towards the road. You might see it in your rear view mirror. Next minute there's moose appearing across the road.
I've had that happen a few times. Yeah.
So it's
Oh, we've seen the mink too.
Oh yeah, mink. Yeah, we got
across
mink.
The road.
Yeah. So it might be on footage.
You'll see with the dash cam.
Yeah. So we've got dash cam running. Well, Nick's got a dash. I don't have anything running. It's not my van. So if the dash cam's running, we tried to save it. We think. We saved the footage.
I just button mashed and
so Nick
made a little key symbol. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So if that's there, we'll throw the mink on. Also, those turkeys across the road. Shortly before or after that. So it's getting that's all adds up to the experience, right? It's not seeing some of those things aren't necessarily mind blowing or whatever, but it's just fun, right?
And it's like just like a nice break, almost like even when we're hiking. Remember when we were hiking Mizzy Lake? So Mizzy Lake's supposed to take 6 hours, I think it says, right? 6-7 hours.
It said 6 hours, yeah.
So it's like, but like you can really do it in 4 hours. But it's like it's nice to hike for an hour, and then you find something cool, and then you have a nice little break, like photographing that or like watching that, instead of just hiking the 4 hours and just powering through it.
Right.
So it's nice to have same thing with driving, right?
Yeah.
It's nice when you see something cool like the turkeys or whatever. There's a nice little break.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing too. You're saying about just powering through. There is people, probably more locals, who that's what they do. It's just their morning walk or whatever, or their daily, weekend walk, whatever it is, and they're not particular. They like being in nature.
Yeah.
Oh, ran again. No, they don't. But they're not out like us wanting to stop, take pictures, and like there's so many things to take pictures of for us. There's this place like last year we said about finding all the fungi.
That was cool.
So that was even now you're starting to see different ones. Must be different seasons. Some of it grows. So we're trying to take our time a bit more, but still even at that we're taking our time and we're still missing quite a bit.
You'll never see it all.
No, you could walk one direction and not see something.
Turn your head.
And it's
how did I miss
something
that?
that appears or it was there, and just from the angle you look at it. Yeah, so it's good. We'll add some footage, so we're probably going to head home tomorrow. So we'll see if we get anything as we're around. We'll have a quick sort of in the morning or whatever, a little walk, a hike, check this area out, see if anything shows up. Again, not sure. Is it meant to rain tomorrow?
I don't remember.
It was meant to rain the whole time we're here.
And
so
it's actually been it rained for 15 minutes today.
yeah,
it rained pretty good.
There's a little bit when we were driving, but we
driving
didn't
don't
get rained on as we're walking, doing any hikes. Yesterday we got quite wet, but it wasn't a miserable rain, right?
It was just
temperature was
misty.
nice.
Hours.
Yeah, just feet were sore and
Yeah.
legs are quite tight, but
Especially like coming from where we live, you can walk 30K in a day, and you're
that's
like,
that straight line.
nothing.
Straight line
Here,
flat.
10 kilometers up some hills, you're like, holy. Oh, not a bad night neither.
No, so again, nice temperature. The sky's quite clear, so not sure how long that'll stay clear for, but if it does, maybe do some nighttime shots, some astro or long exposure.
That'd be nice.
We should have done some.
I think this is the darkest.
Should have done some long exposures at noon today.
At noon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Dinner time or what?
Yeah, it's getting close. That fire needs.
I keep
stoked
watching
back
that.
up.
We got wet wood.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
we had to cut down a fallen tree on the way in.
Yeah, Nick. Well, I think Nick looks for these things because he bought himself a nice fancy chainsaw. Most people come up here and they've got like a blunt axe.
Yeah. If someone you see someone try to remove it with a blunt axe.
Yeah.
I don't know. You've been there for a while.
Yeah, that would be your daily exercise if you had to.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. It'd be the lumberjack competition or whatever there.
So the chainsaw took care of the fallen tree. For people as well, because it was blocking the road, so it's now not blocking the road as much.
And we got some firewood out of the deal, but
Firewood, yep.
a little moist.
So yeah, we're gonna sort of wrap things up. Like I said, we're not really talking that long. We're hoping our pictures and some little video clips are enjoyable as well. So we'll. Oh,
that's a pileated.
That's a pileated woodpecker. That's one thing's fun to see. If you ever out a trail somewhere. You need to go a bit further north down our way in Essex County. You're not going to get it. But if you see like huge chips of wood and a hole at the bottom of a tree, that's going to be a pileated woodpecker. Those things just smash out like probably
it's crazy
4-inch square chips at a time. Like the biggest woodpecker we've got around.
Woody the woodpecker's actually.
Is he really? But people keep saying. And every time somebody says that, like you've just said it, and it's annoyed me. Well, Woody the Woodpecker, is he not? He's got the red head, so the pileat's got the red head. But then he wears it's like totally blue with a white belly. No,
I don't know.
I'm gonna check that out afterwards because
I'm pretty sure, like if you look it up, it does say something about that. I don't think I don't know. I have no idea.
People keep saying, I think you're just part of that thing.
I could be. I've never fact checked it.
You've never fact checked it. You've never researched it. Never contacted the guy who drew Woody Woodpecker or his family members, whatever. He might be dead, but
who is? That's not Walt Disney, is it?
No, I think it's one other not Looney Tunes.
It's Looney Tunes.
Is it Looney Tune?
I don't know.
Anybody? Answers on a postcard.
Yeah.
You want to send us who did Woody Woodpecker? But anyway, the biggest woodpecker, whether he's based on Woody Woodpecker or not, the pileated woodpecker, pileated woodpecker, pileated woodpecker. Again, number of ways of saying it.
tomato.
Exactly. So go out if you ever see it. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That thing
They
just
stand
smash.
like probably, what, 1.5 feet tall? No,
Oh, you're
foot,
getting
foot tall.
about a foot tall. He's a pretty big.
Yeah,
You're not going to mistake him with any other woodpeckers. Put it like that.
and you can hear him knocking for a while.
Yeah, and the screeching from him. If you
Yeah.
hear the, Nick does a good impression, but we'll not do that because it'll wreck the microphones. No. So, yep, we can hear that in the background. We might have a look, see if that'll turn up here. Chop one of these massive trees down that's around us. But anyway, we're going to add some footage. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. It inspires you to get out and enjoy the area through the summer, through the rest of the spring, into the fall. Winter's a bit harsh up here.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have got to in the winter. But the rest of the year, this, like I said, the whole region that around here is a treat.
Fantastic.
So we highly
Waterfalls. You can hit waterfall 100 feet from us.
Yeah, you won't be able to hear because we got top class
Yeah.
equipment here, so you can't hear with these
$1 million
microphones.
budget.
Yeah. So yeah, there's nice. This is totally perfect little location, but we're gonna go enjoy it, get some food in us, and
Pretty boring meal tonight.
don't be saying that. Just we're having a really good meal tonight.
The
No,
best, probably
it's-
the best meal.
Yeah, be the
Best meal ever.
best meal we're having today. So yeah, we'll appreciate being able to get out and enjoy this here, but we're gonna wrap it up. So it's a goodbye from Nick.
And a goodbye from Donnie.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.